Good morning. Welcome to Meet Me on the Steps of Recovery. Can you meet me there? I'm telling you, these last couple of days I've been having so much trouble trying to get any kind of messages to you. But how are you today? I hope you're doing just as fine as I am. When I say that I'm doing well, it's because I'm clean today, because I'm sober today, and because God has given me another day. I'm grateful to Him and to all of you who have contributed to my recovery. So let's talk. I thought we'd have a little me and you time, so how it's been. I was talking the other day about how it was before I came into the rooms of recovery and when I was out there using it. You remember the party days and how it was when we were partying, when we first started partying. I'm talking about as a teenager or when I first started drinking. How it was so exciting, and you taste that drink and you like that feeling and you want to feel like that again, and it makes you comfortable and courageous and bold. And then after that you start to going I started going to like parties, and at the parties we're drinking, and then we buy drinks, and when we go into the football game, and so we can stay warm or whatever excuse we made so we can have that feeling. And then we had a friend that would bring us pills that she would steal off her sister. And we would all try them and be walking around the school buzzing up and feeling it, But graduating and still in that scene, still using, still abusing, and not knowing it. I'm wondering, I have no idea when it stopped being the party and started being a job. Now I have to do this. Now I need to do this. Now every day I'm getting up to look to do this. I can't function in a day's time without it. Before it was just doing it for a party reason and maybe on the weekends, and then finally it started off being a daily thing. Can you identify with me? I'm sure you can. I'm sure most of you can out there in my audiences. It was like being around people all the time. And you go out to the club so that you could be around the people, and you dance and you jam and you have a great time out there. And when the clubs close, you don't want to go home, so you find an after hour place and you go to that one too, and you jam and you're around people. And then when that addiction sets in, all of a sudden you don't want to be around the people anymore. All of a sudden I want to be by myself. I want all my stuff to myself. I want to drink alone, smoke alone, get high alone. I want to do it all alone. And I just couldn't. I couldn't even go out. When I get my clothes on to go out, I would drive around in my car using. This is so humiliating, because I couldn't go from place to place. And friends of ours is dropping off one by one. They're all starting to get addicted to the same things. And now we can't trust each other. We can't be around each other because we're stealing from each other or we're lying to each other. And that's the whole life. And not only, I'm lying to everybody, my family, my mama, my family. And you can relate. You can relate. Those of you who have come in here because you were sick of what was going on out there, you can relate. I'd love to hear your stories. I love to hear the stories because it shows me the fresh pain, the new pain. The newcomer has it. I've been around for a few 24s, but coming in, I had to learn so many things. I'm so glad there were people there to teach me. This is the we program. That's what I'm doing this me and you time, because this is us, we. And the we part of this program is that we are all here to help. And I remember that being in the literature that we would read. That literature has so much to say. And people read it. They would read it so fast how they're trying to exercise their reading skills, and we miss what's being said until somebody took their time to read it. But one time they handed the literature to me, one of them, and I read it, and it hurt because I was reading about myself, and all the time I had been sitting there, I didn't know what they were saying because they were reading too fast. We need to take our times, y'all, and let these people that's coming in new hear this literature. But at any rate, I was listening to it, and I come in here for help, and that's what we do here. We help the next recovering addict. We help the person that's sick and tired of being sick and tired. We're there to give you everything that we got, and they gave me everything that they had. It's like they wasn't like, they'll tell you, If you're new, don't be with the newcomer. Now, you can sit around the newcomer in a meeting, but don't be hanging around with them outside, because if they fall, you may fall right along with them. So they tell you to hang around with somebody that's a winner. The winners are the ones that's got some time up under their belt. The winners are the ones that you can see that they're not going anywhere. Now, there are people that do relapse with 10 years clean and 5 years clean and stuff. But we always say that the only reason why you'll get high again, the only reason why you'll drink again, the only reason why you'll pick up again is because you want to. But when you don't want to and you got that made up mind, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So I'm sitting up in here listening and allowing them to help me. So when the meeting is over with, I ask them where they're going. I don't want to go home by myself. See, I don't want to be in that by myself life again. I'm going to be alone, go home from a meeting and sit there alone. I'm going to do whatever you are doing. So what are y'all doing after this meeting? And they'll say, well, we're going out to a restaurant. I'd say, I'm going. And it was so amazing, because I said I was going and inviting myself. I'm not one that always invited myself anywhere, but I was taking a chance then because I'm desperate. I want to get this. I want to stay clean. So I would say, I'm going too. And they would say, okay, well, come along. And I'd go out with them and we'd have so much fun. It'd be 6 of us, 7 of us, 8 of us, 10 of us, 12 of us. We got big tables put together and we're all sitting there together. And I'm enjoying it. I don't have to eat. All I got to do is just sit there with everybody else and let them talk around the table and pick up what they're saying. Everybody has something to say, and everything everybody says is something for everybody. And I'm listening. I'm taking it all in because I want to know. I want to know because I want my life. I want my life. I don't want my life back. People say, I want my life back. Well, the life I had was a life of addiction. I don't want that back. I want a new life. And somebody told me he's going to give me a new way to live. And what was that? What was that? What was that new way to live? This just means to live a life without drugs and alcohol? No, it was a life that had some spiritual principles, some rights and wrongs. See, a lot of people, there are some people that just want to just be clean. That's all. And everything else about their life, they don't want to change. But I wanted everything to change because they told me I only had to change one thing, and that's everything. My thinking had to change. I can't still be running around here trying to steal off of people. I can't still be running around here trying to lie to people. I can't still be running around trying to manipulate and control and have my way. I've got to grow up in this program. I needed to grow up, become a woman. So I listened, and you taught me. You spent time with me. I got a sponsor. I worked steps with him. In this 12-step program, we need to work some steps. And they're good because they show me. And all my life in my addiction, and even before growing up, when you don't know no better, how we talk about Jane and we talk about Susie and we talk about them wearing that dress or whatever they're doing. We talk about them, and it focuses on them instead of on us. With what we're doing is talking about somebody, lying about somebody, always doing something that had some negative effect on everybody else and on ourselves. And we didn't see it because I thought so much about me being so much everything in a bag of chips. And I was nothing. I'm something today. I'm something today because I have a God in my life. I've got spiritual principles. I let them people teach me these steps and show me how they worked in my life, not in her life. See, the 12-step program makes me concentrate and focus on myself and not focus on everybody else and what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is saying and what everybody else is being. But what I am saying, what I'm doing, what I'm being, who I am, a child of the King. I need to act like one. And the only way I can act like one was to work them steps from powerlessness to the God of my understanding, to getting those character defects out and moving on. This is amazing, and it's a wonderful program. And I know that some of you out there can relate in your own stories, and I'd love to hear them. You can write me. My name is Deborah Hughes, Hughes, Post Office Box 3592, Boardman 44515, Boardman, Ohio, 44512. I'm sorry. But it's such a amazing thing. And I'd like you to spend time with me because I'm going to be coming on here a little bit more because I want to talk about some of these issues we face and the steps. Because I know I'm supposed to be doing step 3 and I haven't gotten it yet, but I want to talk about that too because that was the greatest step that you will ever take to me. Keep coming back. This works if you work it, and only if you work it will it work. That's what we always said. So keep coming back. It's here for you, and we are all here to help. I love you all. Thanks for letting me share. Love and respect.